Alright, update on DEFIT. So it looks like since our last video we have put in another higher low in this ascending structure that we're currently building. So as of the time of recording this, we are getting converged within this asymmetrical triangle. We are coiling up, getting ready for the next big move on DEFIT in my opinion. Now, before we do start the video, there's a few things that I wanted to talk about. Number one, the Federal Reserve meeting is between the 3rd and the 4th. I've talked about this in my past couple of videos. I believe confidence has exited the market until the Fed meeting is done. I've been in the market for quite some time, and historically, normally the price goes down when we are going into these Fed meetings, and then after the Fed meeting's done, as long as nothing outlandish is said, we normally have a relief rally followed by a dump after the Fed meeting, but at least we do get that relief rally. So I do think we should be moving up within the next couple of days after the Fed meeting. I feel like it will be on the 4th or the 5th. We could see a lot of these breaking out. Now, second of all, we're seeing a lot of these move to earns take over at this moment in time. There's a lot of these move to earns pumping outside what is going on in the normal markets, and I do like what we're seeing going on with DEFIT. If we do recheck this out on CoinMarketCap, you can see their market cap's increased by 20%. It is now sitting at 5.5 million. The fully diluted market cap is at 10.8 million, obviously meaning that that would need to be the market cap if this was to remain the price after all of the supply was minted. Currently only 51% of the supply has come out. I have found other projects with slightly better tokenomics, meaning that there's more of a circulating supply out. But however, I do like what we're seeing with DEFIT, with both the circulating supply and the market cap. I've seen a lot of hype and euphoria around this. I posted my YouTube video on DEFIT a couple of days ago, and my Twitter blew up after DEFIT tagged me in a post, and their founder even followed me. If we come down, I got a ton of people liking, following me, and typing in on this. So it does seem like that what I'm trying to show you on this is it does seem like the DEFIT family is very strong. They're racking up a decent amount of followers, and they do have things that do outperform them from other competitors. For example, they've got like cycling and swimming that you can earn instead of just the regular like green metaverse token type move to earn where it is just running. So final thing, in a effort to be more transparent, I would just like to let you know that I have picked up some DEFIT before I did record this video. So if you do watch my channel, you do know that I do try and be as transparent as possible. If I do own a cryptocurrency that I am talking about, I will always let you know if I do hold it. So yeah, just to let you know, I have picked up some of this for the reasons of I like the tokenomics, I like the project, I like the market cap, and I like how active their community is. So definitely could be an undervalued gem. As you can see previously, the last time this gusted up for a huge move, we literally went up, almost 1,400% in a period of 1, 2, 3 days. So I honestly think this could have a huge move. Like I said, I think a lot of these play to earns are in a bubble phase, and I'm definitely looking to take advantage of some of these bubbles before they do pop. Now, whether DEFIT is around for the long term, I am in it for the short term. I am looking for some short-term gains, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of these play-to-earns, they've got a lot of competition, they've got a lot of people coming and going. For example, if we come over to Green Metaverse Token, it was only 1 week ago, no one had heard about this, or it was maybe 2 weeks ago or a month ago. Yeah, it was more like a month ago. Time goes by very fast in crypto. It was down here in March. So yeah, it's coming on for like a month or so. Everyone and their nan was talking about GMT. Everyone was piling into GMT, and now I've got people in my Discord saying I'm selling GMT for GST, or I'm selling GMT for FitFi, and could some of them sell GMT for DEFIT? I don't know. I'm not here to guess on that, but nonetheless, the price that we're seeing in the chart right now is fairly good. Like I said, there's not a lot to talk about in these shorter time frames because we are really just building in this range right now. The volume has obviously been diminished while we are in this range. That is to be expected. Volume is always expected to diminish while you are in a pattern. So I think the sooner we get out of this, the sooner we can see a huge blast to the upside. Now, where would I personally be planning on taking some profits on DEFIT? Well, considering the market cap is sitting around 5 million and its rank is coming in at 1000, and I think it could definitely get a nice edge on some of its competitors. I do think this could easily go up to, you know, 20, 25, 30 million. So, you know, I think it could easily do a 4x, a 6x. I feel like that's something very conservative to ask for. We're already moving up since I started talking about this. So, you know, I would probably hazard a guess to say, you know, maybe your 2.618 up here, just underneath a 4x, would be a decent area to take some profit on DEFIT. Now, that's personally where I plan on taking some. You can see this nicely lines up with $1, so I actually think it would make sense to try and front run the market on this one. Put it just below $1, maybe I'll put it at 98 cents. Just in case we don't come up to $1, that will be a psychological level, obviously. So we'll mark this red. You know where I plan on taking some profits on DEFIT. I think this could definitely have a nice run up. So, like I said, not a lot going on in the shorter time frames. We are just building up, consolidating within this huge range that we're in right now. I really like the setup of this. Drawing from your previous fibs, it looks like, you know, while we are coming back down to these lower regions, it looks like we're also, you know, this one we tried to hold the 786. We didn't quite make it down to your 786 down there. We made it down to your 618. This one you're perfectly holding the 786. So, you know, every bounce that we have seems to come down to these Fibonacci's / come down to this ascending level of support. And we just keep on bouncing off and making new highs. This one, once again, midway through the 618 and 786. I do think another run-up is soon underway for DEFIT. So yeah, like I said, I've picked up some DEFIT before I recorded this video. I really do like the setup of this. I think it's got an edge on a lot of competitors. So that is all I've got for DEFIT. If you want me to keep on covering DEFIT, let me know. If you want me to keep on covering these play-to-earns in general and checking out the new ones that could have potential to have huge rallies to the upside, just like we saw on GMT, because it was only a month ago GMT was, you know, at a very low market cap, sitting around the same region that DEFIT was at. So I wouldn't be surprised if DEFIT comes out with a proper project and it, you know, solidifies all its claims that it's talking about, that we could definitely see a big increase in the valuation for DEFIT. Before we do wrap up the video as well, I also just wanted to show you, while this doesn't necessarily correlate to DEFIT, if we look at the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curves, you can actually see that we've only recently come down to your lowest Fibonacci band before you come down to one deviation oversold. Now, why is this important? Historically speaking, that one deviation oversold / lower fib band has always been the bottom for Bitcoin. We always bottom around this region, is what I'm trying to tell you. There's only been one time that we temporarily slid below it for a month and a half. I don't think we'll be doing that again. I think worst comes to worst, we come down to 33 and then we start the bull market again. What is that going to mean for the next bullish phase of cryptos? Well, I think play to earns like DEFIT, like GMT, like GST, like FitFi. Obviously DEFIT's not going to be the only one. There's going to be a lot of competitors, so it is important that we do look at other ones and make sure we're not constraining our possible gains to only one or two projects. I want to make sure I'm looking at everything, and from what I've looked at, everything I've looked at so far, DEFIT does seem to be a winner, along with, in my opinion, DEFIT, FitFi, and GST. These are some good ones. In my opinion, those are the best ones that I'd go for. One last thing I've noticed before we do wrap up the video, on the daily time frame as well, you can see we have a neckline right here of an inverse head and shoulders. Let me mark this blue. You can see if we did break out, we've got a perfect shoulder, head, shoulder, inverse head and shoulders right now. This would be a huge breakout, and in my opinion, well, let's take the price measurement tool so we don't have to estimate it, because this looks like it would take us all the way back to the top of this trend line. Yeah, you could see a breakout would literally carry us all the way up to 28 cents, and we're at 21 cents right now. So that's all I've got for DEFIT. I really do like this setup. As always, not financial advice. Cowboy out. Peace.